And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Ridge Racer seats that, believe it or not, the save is alive. Apparently, the save corruption isn't really a corruption of the save. It's simply something that every time this game saves, basically it changes the name of the save file. And the name of the save file apparently is random, and sometimes the save file can have on that random name special characters. And if that's the case, it counts as corrupted, even though the save is not really corrupted. So, yeah, you should change the name of the save file to anything that, doesn't have special characters and it works. But yeah, unfortunately though, I have to reduce its races because, the save, when it mentioned the corruption, it was like on the last race of the advanced route. But yeah, I mean, compared to redoing the whole game, I think it's a very good bargain. But yeah, it's very stupid what happened. And I'm pretty sure that it's the emulator's fault for that to happen like that. But yesterday I also learned another important thing. The game can soft lock in the middle of a route. At the beginning I thought that it could only soft lock when you select a route, when you select the first race of a route, but no, it can completely soft lock in the middle of a route, which is very bad. So that means that, well, I'll try to somehow, well, I shouldn't do routes that are too long, basically. It's a shame because the whole route system is good to play multiple events fast, but if it has the chance to soft lock, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. Now, I didn't test, like, obviously the load works, as you can see. I didn't test the save, though. There is still the chance that the save somehow doesn't work, but I think it should. I mean, we will see. Look, if the save... if when it saves, it crashes... I mean, I have a backup, so it wouldn't matter too much, but... it's pretty crazy that's a thing in the first place. Absolutely nuts. It's thanks to one guy that had the same experience as me that I was able to figure it out. Though honestly, yesterday the fault was a little bit on me for not googling what I should have googled. I thought that googling Ridge Racer Seed save corruption wouldn't give me any results, but it's the one that actually gave me the results. That's what I should have googled first yesterday. Instead I googled like the save location, which I also got it wrong, so it's like the googling that I did during the stream was counterproductive. But that's why I don't like doing like troubleshooting on stream, because I don't have the head to do that. It's when I'm off the stream, I don't mind, but when I'm streaming, troubleshooting is a terrible idea. Alright, so is this gonna work? Wait a second. Oh, I guess that might have something to do with... yeah, like in one of the multiple tests that I do, I think that I deleted a save file that was the one that gave you achievements. So, well, that explains that. But yeah, who cares? Not like these achievements do anything. Those are all the achievements I got up until now, I guess. It's non-important. Alright. The thing is that the solution was easier than I thought it was gonna be. Also, we already saw this. Fuck the truck. I'm not gonna use it anyways. Alright, so now on to duel. So normally I will do a route with these 6 races, but considering that soft lock can happen in between races, I'm gonna do 2-on-2. It's a shame because, I mean, hold up, I should pick the best car to do this stuff. I'm gonna pick this. But yeah, it's a shame because it will be a lot faster to not have any loading screens or anything like that. Yeah, it's fine.
High speed start confirmed. You have increased your standing. Another driver firing his nitrous.
Overall, it's been absolutely crazy all this time with this save corruption shit. Like, it feels like beating this game is gonna be harder simply because it's hard to make it work properly, you know? That's the main issue here.
Another driver is closing in. Another driver firing his nitrous. Ready for nitrous.
Here, every time that you say another driver, there's only one, you know? This is a duel, it's a one-on-one, so... Another driver is basically, yeah, the other dude that is racing you. It was bad timing for the nitros. Would have been worse, I guess. But yeah, these races, I mean, I beat them all on the first try, but they are not exactly that easy. It's a shame, I beat them all on the first try, but I don't know if I can replicate that. Well, I beat them all except the last one, which is right before it's soft lock. Like, it's soft lock after the fifth one. After the one in the Aviator or whatever it's called. Hello. You wanna pass? You're not gonna pass. Okay, maybe you will pass. No, it's fine, we have one more race. One more lap. One more lap and one more race too. I think here the smartest idea... Well, I can have one more nitro though. I'm gonna use nitro before the very pronounced corner that comes here. And then I should use the other one before the finish line. So start with it at the tunnel, then you should have... Maybe it was too early. I don't know if this is gonna work. I can overtake here, but if he has another nitro up his ass, he can overtake back very easily. Well, he had another nitro up his ass, but he didn't overtake. Alright. Cool. Yeah. Like, unfortunately, I will have to go slowly through each one of these things.
Go. High speed start confirmed. Please be careful. Another driver fired his nitrous.
I probably should get used to this view, because it's not just these duels, but pretty sure the master races are also gonna be all about checking who's behind you. Well, who? It doesn't matter who. What matters is that they don't overtake you. It might be a good idea to do that.
Activation during drift confirmed. Ultimate charge detected. Ready for nitrous.
The save file, in case anyone needs to know, in my case it was in the same folder as the emulator, because apparently it was like labeled as portable. So instead of having it in the documents folder like it usually does, it's in the same emulator folder. And essentially it's in a folder that is called content. And inside that folder you have the the numeric code of the game. I mean, it's a problem if you have a lot of games to guess which one is the one you're trying to find, but in my case I only have two, which is this one and Dodonpachi, so
Very long jump, confirmed.
there's also another folder that is the one with the achievements, and that one, thinking that it was the cause of the corruption, I deleted the one referring to this game, but no, that's the achievements. It's the reason why I got them again now. Seems that the achievement check gets done after you're done with a race. The achievements here are absolutely meaningless. I mean, they are meaningless regardless, but I mean that here, not like they are gonna get added to any profile or anything like that. They are a functionality of the game, so obviously they get emulated too. I mean, it will be harder to purposely not emulate them than to emulate them. I'm blocking, well, rather I'm not blocking. Doing this very bad thing. It will be pretty sad to lose here. As I say, yesterday I beat this all on the first try. God damn it. And I even went against the wall. I might lose this one, and the problem is that this is... Well, it's a long track for a car as slow like as this one. That's the problem. Like, it ends up being very slow because of that. Man, I'm miscalculating all of the nitros to do ultimate charge, and that was basically the nail in the coffin. I don't think I'm overtaking this guy now. That was most likely the nail in the coffin. Damn it. Problem is that he still has nitro, so even if I get close to him and I nitro, he's gonna do it too. And I don't think that there's gonna be any overtaking happening, but it could still happen. I just doubt it. Yeah, because he's gonna do it back. This is so annoying because these are slow ass cars, so losing here means retrying an extremely long race. God damn it, dude. If only this stupid ass emulator didn't soft lock this shit randomly. I still don't know if that's something that happens in the original game, but I don't know. I think the safest thing is blame the emulator with no save states, honestly. It's like the safest bet. I have to use this camera. I just have to. Even using this camera didn't seem to help too much. These slow as cars will be a nightmare every time you need to retry an event. But man, yesterday I did all of this on the first try. Like, come on, dude. All of this. guess not now. Well, I did it with another car. It's just that that other car shouldn't be better than the one I'm using. Well, now that I get this one here, I could use him in the next race. I mean, I guess that's the positive part about like
2 laps to go.
only doing 2 races at a time. You unlock a car and you can use it immediately. And this car is the same one I'm using, just with a different coat of paint.
You have increased your standing. Ultimate charge detected. Another driver fired his nitrous.
Oh.
Contact with another car. Ready for double nitrous.
There are some times where they do some very weird movements and it's hard to block.
Another driver fired his nitrous.
I mean, the biggest problem is blocking before a corner, really. Because you have to initiate a drift. That already makes you in a... well, gets you in a very awkward position. That was an unnecessary nitro. There was nothing to gain from doing it here. I mean, this is not the final lap. If it was the final lap, yes, it will be necessary. Oh, that's bad. I mean, at least the paint job on that thing looks nice. That's the French flag colors. It looks nice. I mean, in the mirror you're gonna look them in reverse, but when you look at it from the rear, it is the same colors, the same order and everything. No, what are you doing? I mean, I should have enough nitros here. The thing that matters the most is the end. Like, I could use a single nitro before that corner that comes up, and then I could use a double nitro with what I gain on this drift. Yeah, there. The double nitros, and you're gonna eat dust. Or will you? Yeah, you will. Nice. Alright, team. I shouldn't have. Like, I should have done that on the first try. The fact that I didn't was a problem. Because these are races that will take a very long time. Now, it says auto-saving, but is it actually auto-saving? It didn't save completed, right? I mean, I will assume that it still saves. Well, I'm gonna manually save just in case. I mean, maybe it never says save completed on autosave, but now I'm a little bit scared. I mean, after yesterday's experience, I'm just scared. Yeah, I know this car. Why am I even looking this cutscene? Come on, here. Please tell me you can save normally.
Proceed to save.
Okay, well, at least that one says save successful. So yeah, maybe autosave never says save successful. Just that I'm being paranoid right now. And I don't think you can blame me for being paranoid. And being paranoid here is the thing that makes the most sense. Right.
2,
I
1,
can use this thing
go.
against this other
Good
one.
stop confirmed. You have increased your standing.
I don't remember struggling against this one
Another
that
drive
much.
fired is nitrous.
Probably because
Good
I
luck coming
didn't.
in first.
I think that I maintained the lead over this car a lot more. I don't know if it's because of the track. Probably not.
Good drifting confirmed.
Don't touch the dirt. It's a bad idea.
Ready for double digits. Good drifting.
Hey, I don't know what's wrong with this rival compared to the previous one. It's not doing shit, and as I say, I remember that being the case
Very long
in the
jump.
previous trim too. And I'm pretty sure I was using a slower car than this as well. So something tells me that this rival is a little bit of a shitter,
2 laps to go.
you know? Just a little bit. It's fine though, it happens. Now, I will consider this trim a success if I'm able to beat all of the dual races and all of the expert races. If I manage to do that, this trim was very good progress. The chances of that happening though are suspicious.
Charge detected. Ready
It could happen, but I have my doubts. I have my doubts. Mostly because both in dual, as you are seeing, and in expert, you have these slow races.
Ready for double pockets. Nitrous activation.
Because
Confirmed.
class 1 is a thing in,
New record.
well, in all of the remaining routes, basically. I know that in Master Route you have 3 races of every class. 3 for class 1, 3 for 2, well, you know the drill. So you will have class 1. Problem is that class 1 is simply too slow. Even class 2 isn't that slow. And class 3 is already very fast. Well, and class 4 obviously the fastest before special, but the class 1 seems excessively slow. That's the reason why I wish there weren't a thing in the master events. That there were only a thing at the beginning of the game and that's it. Which I mean is mostly how Ridge Racer has always been, up until the PSP games at least. Like the slow cars were only a thing at the beginning of the game and never at the end. These ones want to make sure every category gets some representation, and it's understandable, but I just feel that it's not needed, that representation, you know?
2, 1, go.
Now, I'm saying that previous stream I did 5 races, but did I? I actually have my doubts. Was this the last one, or was the next one the last one? It's the part that I don't remember. I feel like there were 5, and that it's soft lock on the very last one. Which is kind of unlucky, but at the same time, I gotta say that we got extremely lucky in the whole playthrough. That the only times that it's soft lock were never on the middle of a route. So I never needed to redo any race. Now with this save corruption thingy, I need to redo these ones that I'm doing now, but like, aside from that, I did not redo any race, so I guess luck was on my side in the entirety of the playthrough. But eventually with the save bug, which I guess that's also another thing that I've been very lucky, because if the save file changes name with every time the game saves, the fact that only now, well, only yesterday I guess, the save actually had special characters in it, that also, like, it's very lucky the times that I didn't get special characters, which was on the whole playthrough pretty much. I don't know exactly how the generation of file names even works. Like, it will be a little bit hard to calculate what are the chances of getting a special character in the save file. Because first of all, I don't know what special characters are used. And also, well, I don't know. It will require some, you know, some experimenting that I'm not gonna do. Hey, at least by doing it like this, I can test these cars. Like last time I did it on a whole route, so I used the same car for all of these races. So by doing it like this, I can select another car for every duel, so that's cool, I guess. I mean, I can still use these cars on the other routes regardless, but yeah, it's okay. Oh, this should be enough to finish the race, okay. So I don't know if I would want to pick this car that I choose defeated. Because I mean, if it has been so bad, I cannot imagine it being a good idea to use, right? Now I'm very scared about the autosave actually autosaving or not. Like, my paranoia is not gonna leave me after yesterday. And this is why, if you see me play some other games, I usually always, like, double save or stuff like that.
Is this okay?
Alright. So, if I were to use this thing, I mean, it's clearly slower than the one I should use, but maybe it's not that bad. Okay, this race I did do with the aviator loop one, and I won this one as well. So essentially,
another driver fired as nitrous. Good luck coming in first.
good luck coming in first. Is that sarcastic? I hope not. Robots shouldn't be sarcastic.
Ready for nitrous.
Hey, good luck, bro. You're gonna need it.
Another driver fired as nitrous. Ultimate charge detected.
I should have blocked that guy when he tried to overtake. I should use this camera, especially on a track like this.
2 laps to go.
Yeah, that was so sad. Like, I was chilling, just beating these races normally, and then boom.
You have increased
Soft
your
lock, just for you.
ultimate charge detected.
Well, it could happen again. The difference is that if it happens again, the only race I will need to retry is this one. And it's a short race, thankfully, so not that big of a deal. Alright. No,
Another driver is close.
you're not passing.
Final lap. You are in first place. The second place driver is closing in fast.
I know the second place is closing in. That's as far as he goes. Also, by looking at the rear mirror, you can also see how the rendering distance works in this game. Like how things in the background start disappearing. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty dumb, but I guess it's the price to pay to have like these high definition models. After all, this is from 2005. These models were high definition. Oh, this is another short track. That's good. Well, at least we reach the same point that we were yesterday, before the soft lock happened. It only took half an hour, which is bad, but yeah, I mean, it had to be done. I mean, I could have done it off a stream, that's also true, but whatever. I didn't feel like doing it off stream. Mostly to show what happens when saving doesn't work. That's what happens. That's the consequence. So wasn't the first race here in this track? Now it happens, but in reverse. A little bit weird to repeat like that, I guess. Oh, hello. Ah, that's bad. Now, the problem is that if I unlock this car, I can 100, well, I will unlock it. I mean, when I unlock it, I'm not using this shit. That's a damper car. Like, it has the dynamic drift. So, using that is not a good idea. Anything made by damper belongs in the trash. So yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, currently. Very well said. No, it's fine. Just block. Not that hard. Well, I'll get another nitros before the final corner, but if this guy manages to overtake, it might be a little bit late. Well, he's still far, so he probably won't. There we go. Okay. Nah, we're fine. Well, at least class 1 is done for the dual routes, but man, it took quite a while to get up to speed here. Alright. I know what my statistics are. At the same time, by saving more than last time, the chances of quote-unquote corrupting the save become higher. Yeah, we don't have to see these cars. You already see them when we when we race against them. It's different from the other cars that just come out of nowhere. So here, man, I'm so tempted to do this whole route, but if it soft locks, it's not a good idea. Oh, but I really want to, damn it. Alright, look, I'll do it. It's a bad idea, I'm aware, but at least since it's class 2, it's gonna be less painful than tryharding you know,
Soldat Malfire.
than tryharding class 1. But yeah, this is a bad idea.
Lake Top Parkway.
Like, be sure that this is a bad idea.
2, 1, go. High speed start confirmed.
It's just that it's one of those things that,
Please be careful.
like, the root system is so good that I really want to make use of it.
Ready for knocks.
It's one of those cases where ignorance is bliss, you know? If I hadn't experienced a softlog in the middle of a root yesterday, I would have kept doing this. Yeah, I just don't like the having loading time, so if I can do this, I'll do it.
Ultimate charge detected.
But look, here's the thing. If it's softlog, the fault is on me. If it's softlogs, there's no one else to blame but me. Not to mention that this one are 7 races, not 6.
2 laps to go.
Which means that there is a slightly higher chance for the softlog to occur.
Good drifting confirmed. Fire nitrous. Ultimate charge detected. Ready for double nitrous.
At least the temptation of doing long routes on the expert and master categories, it doesn't matter because the routes, I think that they are no longer than 4. But in master they are no longer than 3, so that's very good in itself.
Ultimate charge detected.
Okay, we will see what happens.
A new record. Final lap. You are currently in first place.
There's something that I didn't think about. In case the save name corrupts itself, I should have the folder open. I mean, I know where it is, so it's not like it's a problem to find it. I mean, just to be, you know, to do it faster. So I wonder how the expert, because I know that master will be like the race with 4 cars that the PSP games have, but what is expert gonna be? Because duel is also very straightforward. All the races are against a single car, like this one. But what will expert be? I mean, according to the description when I unlock it, I think it was supposed to be like the hardest type of 13 race possible. 13 as in overtake 13 opponents, right? That sort of 13.
High speed start confirmed.
So that guy from the previous one got overtaken.
Another driver followed his nitrous.
Overtaken, no, got unlocked on only one duel. Is that the game way of saying that that car sucks? Because all of the previous one in class 1 took 2 races, and it seems that the other ones on class 2 here also take 2 races, so why did that one only take 1? I wonder.
Pass the car ahead to take the lead. Another driver followed his nitrous.
That's the problem. doing that in the middle of a corner is a bad idea. So that being said, it's supposed to be the best car in the class, so I don't think winning this ones is gonna be that hard. Like, I will have to actually make a mistake to lose this. I'm not very worried. I will be worried actually when I race against the same car I'm racing right now. Because I know obviously that the CPU doesn't have to play with the game rules, but it seems that so far the cars have actually behaved more or less, like, except for the special races, like the special duels, where those cars should never lose against a class 4. The other one seems like they respect at least the basic characteristics of the car. I might be wrong though. Like, that might not be the case, but this, like, in class 1, the only one that beat me was the fastest one. Like, the car that is the one that has the fastest stats. So taking that into account, I think that it's safe to say that at least that one respects the actual stats. Alright, we're fine on this one. But here, I say before, the difficulty is not on the races themselves. The difficulty is on the game not soft locking. That's the main difficulty right now. Like, these races are not hard. Maybe they will start getting hard on expert or on master, but right now they are not hard. The only thing that makes this hard is the game working properly. Or I should say the emulator working properly. That's what could potentially make this the hardest Ridge Racer game so far. Not the game difficulty, but running the game properly without it crashing or doing anything weird. That's the real difficulty. Because every other Ridge Racer game runs in emulators that are very good. Or actually, hold on. Let me retract myself. Some of them are not very good, but they are stable, at least. Like, well, the PS1s, the PS1 games, you can play them on DuckStation. And DuckStation is extremely reliable. It's an amazing emulator, one of the best. Ridge Racer 5 you played on the PS2 emulator. I'm not a fan of that emulator, but at least it works. Like, it might be bad when it comes to performance on weak CPUs, but when it comes to the game not crashing, at least, assuming that it's a game that is labeled as playable, it should be fine. Actually, this guy is trying to be all the fast that he couldn't be on the previous race. I don't know why. You weren't this fast on the previous race. But did you suddenly wake up? Ah, you sack of fucking shit, but I'm gonna have to use it here. Here. Oh, and he had another one. Well, it's a good idea that I use it there. Ultimate charge and then another one. There you go. Nice. Oof. Good strat, honestly. Very good strat. Every time I'm looking at the now loading screen, I pray. I pray in silence.
2, 1, go.
Well, that's a ratio one.
Good start
Well,
confirmed.
that's
You
one that I'm
increased
not
your
gonna be
standing.
using.
Another
And it's a
drive
shame,
firing
ratio
is
cars
nitrous.
look very
Please be
good.
careful.
And in the PSP game, some of them were playable. Because they didn't have dynamic drifting,
Ready
but
for nitrous.
here it seems that every
Confirmed.
model, regardless of how many, you know, colors it had, they all use the same drift type. So if you're going for a ratio, it will always have dynamic drift, which is essentially unplayable. And it is a shame. It's one of the best looking cars. Though actually this game has a lot of very good looking cars. Like I say that about the Assoluto cars, but honestly, except for shit like the clown car or the truck, most cars look very good in this game. Well, in this game and in pretty much any Ridge Racer game, they are featured, which is essentially all of the modern ones, like the PSP ones, this one, 7, Vita, and I don't know if the 3DS ones has it. You know that I really want to play the 3DS Ridge Racer. They say that it's exactly, or what, it's supposed to be a remake of 64, and that's even more of a reason to play it. Though they say that they made it easier, which makes sense. Ridge Racer 64 is one of the hardest ones. If not the hardest one in the series, actually. Most likely it's the hardest one. Yeah, it has, well, Ridge Racer 5 also has some messed up stuff, but I don't think it's at the level of 64. That game is in another level. That's precisely why I wanna play it, if it's a remake of that. Though chronologically doesn't come after this one. After this one comes 7. Hey, we're talking chronologically, I already didn't do it right by playing the 2 PSP games back to back, when this one is in the middle of both. That's what I think, at least.
A new record. Final lap. You are currently in first place.
I am, yes, correct.
Ready for double nitrous.
So to think that I unlock expert, I think on the second stream,
Ultimate charge detected.
I will be playing it quite far from that stream.
Ready for double nitrous.
Also, has this guy overtook me once in this race? 'Cause I don't think so.
Ultimate charge detected. Ready for double nitrous. Fire nitrous.
And he's trying. Sometimes you can even say he's kinda close, but no. Not quite.
Coming up on final turn.
Well,
You've won.
so far these duels are being a little bit free. I mean, I only lost one. And unfortunately that one that I lost was... I lost it the second time I played it. Or well, technically the third. No, the second. Yeah, because the first one I won, the second I lost, and the third one I won again. But yeah, that makes it double sad.
Coming in first.
But yeah, aside from that one, these other ones are easier. And I wanna... Like, the interesting thing is that it feels like the longer, the faster the defeat is, the faster the class, the easier it's gonna be. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like the faster cars are a lot easier to drive, and that's mostly because the races are made with them in mind. Well, the tracks, I mean. Like, save for some champs that if you use a nitro on a fast car, you can hit the wall super easily. Like, aside from that, all the tracks are mostly made with the fast cars in mind. Well, this guy was able to overtake. You deserve a congratulation. Or rather a participation trophy, I guess. Not particularly excited about winning these races. I'm more excited about finishing the route without soft loads. If that happens, I'll be happy. I mean, if it doesn't soft lock, obviously. I don't think I need to clarify, but just in case. I don't think anyone will be happy about their game soft locking. But I mean, it depends. If you're a bug hunter, a lot of people like to do bugs and glitches in games for fun, and I can see the appeal. It's kind of fun to break the rules, right? Like, the game is made in a way, and when you glitch it, you're essentially in uncharted territory because the devs didn't intend that to happen. That being said, this softlock is a little bit lame. The only thing that it does is showing you the now loading screen never ending, so that doesn't seem very exciting, even from a glitch perspective, you know? Hey Sanjay, how is it going? No, thankfully I didn't. As I was explaining earlier, the save corruption wasn't really a save corruption. Instead, what happens is that every time the game saves, it writes not only the file itself, but it also changes the name of the save file. And when it rewrites the name of the save file, it does it with random character for some reason. Like, it's a sequence of random characters. And if that sequence of random characters has a special character, when the game tries to load the save file, it's gonna say that it's corrupted. Thankfully, the save file itself is not corrupted, rather it's simply the, you know, it's the name that is a problem. So if it happens again, the only thing I need to do is go to the save folder, go to the save file, rename it to anything that doesn't have a special character, and it will work. So that's good. I mean, to avoid wasting time, I hope it doesn't happen again, but I'm less scared about that happening and more scared about the softlock happening. The softlock is really what we want to avoid here. Like, the name corruption is whatever, it gets solved in a couple seconds, but the other thing could legitimately make you lose progress. Well, in fact, right now, if when I go to the next race it softlocks, I will have lost 6 races of progress. Which, hey, it's not that bad, it could be worse. As you say, I could have lost the progress of the whole game, and I didn't, thankfully. But, you know, gotta look at the positive side. The hardest thing will be finishing this game by making it work properly. So that's something that this game struggles a lot to, working properly. Or rather, the stupid ass emulator is the problem. I mean, the same one that reported that bug of the save corrupting say that he played the game on console like back in the day, and that never happened. It's most likely an emulator thing. I mean, this emulator being trash is, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that the PlayStation 4 emulator is able to run more games than this one. I don't think that's an exaggeration. That's how bad this emulator is, comparatively. Obviously, as I always say, emulators are, you know, basically free work, so I cannot complain about as someone having their free time to code an emulator that is available for free. But you know, we gotta do comparisons. This emulator is comparatively pretty bad compared to its peers. Yes, Shadow PS4 is the one I'm talking about. Yeah, PS4 emulation is going very well. And that's the thing. PS4 is a generation after the Xbox 360. But you gotta look at it this way. I mean, a part of it obviously has to do with maybe the right developers are not working on it or whatever. But another part of it also has to do with the fact that nobody really cares about the Xbox. You know, like, most of the exclusive Xbox games that people care about were released on PC. Like Halo, Ninja Gaiden, Sigma or whatever it was called. You know, Gears of War. All those games, if I'm not mistaken, are all playable on PC officially. Games like this are obviously the exception. There are always exclusives that are unplayable. Ace Combat 6 is another one. But for the most part, any of the games that are popular on Xbox are also playable on PC. So there is very little incentive for an Xbox emulator to even exist. That's the thing. And I mean, even if those games were not playable, the thing is that they are not the games that many people give a shit about. It's mostly the American market, which yes, it's a huge market, but all over the world it's not like the Xbox is a very important console at all. Like, for what I gather, most people outside of the USA, myself included of course, don't care about the Xbox. At least not in comparison to the PlayStation or the Nintendo consoles. But especially Nintendo consoles. The Nintendo games are the most emulated in the world. Like, if you want to know what consoles are the most emulated, well, PS1 and PS2 are also very high. But I'm pretty sure that most of them are Nintendo consoles, like the Super Nintendo, the GameCube, the Nintendo 64, the NES. All those consoles are extremely emulated. Gears is coming to PS, but to PlayStation? Well, that will be interesting. Aren't they supposed to be the competition though? Oh really? Wow, okay. Huh. Well, that makes the edge spots even more irrelevant, you know? I mean, that's the thing about edge spots. Not even Microsoft really gives a shit about edge spots. It's going more multi-platform. So yeah, essentially there isn't much reason to even get a modern edge spots compared to any other console that it's pretty much just PlayStation 5 or the Switch. But yeah, it's something that Xbox I think always struggle with. The Xbox 360 though was clearly the best Xbox console in terms of popularity. And that's mostly because the PlayStation 3 was not a very good competitor. So it was kind of like one of those situations where, I mean, oh, this is bad. No, we're fine. Oh, that was almost a mistake using the double nitro there. Still got it. Alright. And guess what? It didn't soft lock. Though I still don't know if it's auto-saving, dude. I feel that it should be. Actually, well, I could check it. Because, I mean, if I look at the save file on the emulator and the hour of save was here. Okay, let me see. Yeah, 1 minute ago. So, yes, it is saving indeed. Alright, well, see, that's great. Even if it doesn't save successfully, it does save. Okay, we unlock a couple of... Well, by a couple, I mean 4. Wait, 5? No, I think there were 4, right? Well, I mean, I'm not gonna see them because you already saw them when I raised them, you know? Like, there's nothing to see here. Like, you already know what cars these are. Yeah, pretty nice. Beautiful. Alright, on to class 3. So how many are here? 6? Okay. I'm gonna try again. I mean, I will keep repeating that this is a bad idea, but... I'm willing to take the risk simply because of how comfortable it is to do it this way. Now the problem here is... I could pick the Fiera. Honestly, I really like this car. But I'm not sure. In the Avail is clearly the best one. Nah, I'm gonna pick this one. In these races, you gotta go with the best you have.
The race will commence at Seacrest District. 3, 2, 1, go.
Which one is that one?
Good start.
Oh, that's a Fiera, okay.
Another drive, firing is nitrous.
Okay, in situations like this, you gotta go with your best. You gotta do it that way.
Ready for nitrous.
Still feels weird to drift in those surfaces that make a different sound. Feels very awkward. So there are situations like that where you use nitro and a fast car will crash a wall. That's something that you have to take into account. Now that being said, this guy... This guy is a pro. maybe on class 3 it will be the reverse of what I thought, that the higher the class the harder it's gonna be. It could be, never know.
Ready for nitrous. Final lap.
Well, I could save all the nitros for last.
Closing in fast on first.
I mean, which is pretty much what you gotta do in duels. Just that even if you do that, sometimes it's not enough, but I'm gonna gamble.
Ready for double nitrous. Good drifting confirmed.
So if I gamble like that, where should I start with the nitro after this? Yeah, I guess. Will have to be after this.
Ultimate charge detected. Another driver firing nitrous.
Hello.
Nitrous activation during drift confirmed.
That's a shame. Man,
Race will
fuck. That's a shame because I simply didn't do the corners properly. I would have gotten it otherwise. I also probably should block this guy at every opportunity I get. Every opportunity will be going back at using the mirror view. I mean, if I can keep him behind me, I think there's gonna be much that I need to do. In this set of corners, that's very hard to do.
ultimate charge detected.
He keeps pulling nitros
Confirming current
of his ass.
contact with 11.
What the hell? That was something.
Detected. 2 laps to go.
The speed of the higher classes is too tight. I mean, I think it also has to do with the track. This track in particular is not an easy one.
Ultimate charge detected.
That's what makes it relatively hard to deal with. Like, other tracks are not this hard. So it's mostly the difficulty of this track being elevated that is the problem. Not the... Well, here using the rear view is not helping me at all. Not helping me at all because this guy is in front of me. God damn it.
Final lap. You are in second place. Closing in fast on first place.
What I could do is the same thing that I did in another duel, which is pretty much use the triple nitro at the end.
Firing triple nitrous.
Promise that this still will make me jump
Current.
up to the wall like that. Well, it didn't, but you... I'm so salty. Holy shit. I'm actually so salty. God damn it. What a piece of fucking shit. I'm so salty right now. Alright, this Kamata is pissing me off. But what pisses me off the most is how he's blatantly cheating by nitroing right off the start. That's really the most tilting thing about this. This motherfucker starts the race with a nitro. No fucks given. Alright. That's how it's gonna be. So honestly, the best strategy here is to simply save the triple nitro for the end. Using nitro beforehand with how the AI works is a waste of time. So the problem is that you're also completing the race a lot slower by doing that. So by not using nitro in all the times you have the opportunity, you are obviously necessarily taking longer to finish the race. I mean, I could use a single nitro every time that I'm full. When I'm full, to avoid wasting nitro, I could simply use it like there. It's useless if your idea is to overtake, because it only matters at the end. Only at the end. Bitch. Alright, that's it. Whew, man, this is so far the duel that took the most attempts. Which, I mean, if there were only 3, I guess. I gotta be careful here, because if all of these duels are gonna be hard, I cannot risk a softlock in the middle, because aside from having to redo in them, the issue is that you have to redo a hard race. That's the problem. But this little Kamata little shit is a problem. This Kamata is being a problem. I guess he's pissed off that when I decided what card to pick, I hover over the Kamata Fiera and I say nah. I think he took it personal. Well, boo-hoo. Could have had more top speed. What about that? Well, that's not a corner you want to drift. Oopsies. What you mean system damage? Come on, dude. You think that this is Assetto Corsa? There is no damage here. It's not a simulator. There is not even visual damage. No damage, robot lady. You can stop worrying.
2 laps to go. Ready for double buckets.
Well, and the interesting thing about this track is that it's very narrow, so it's hard to overtake, which works particularly well for me now, but it wouldn't work particularly well if he's the one that is on the lead. That will be the issue. I know you're close. I know you're waiting for me. I can see you on the minimap. I don't need the mirror yet to know that you're there. It's not needed. God damn it. Hello? Well, if that was the final lap, I had enough nitro to to burn at the end to make sure the guy doesn't win, but
Second place driver is closing in fast.
yeah, I should use it here.
During drift, confirmed.
Well, now what? Oh, that's your answer then.
Contact with the level off.
He had nitro prepared and everything.
All nitrous are ready to go. Firing nitrous.
It seems that he's always in very high alert here. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's like you are magically restocking the nitro like it was nothing, because it's like you haven't stopped using it since the start of the lap. I fucked that one up without a doubt, but it's fine. Well, this should be enough. Double nitro and we win. Well,
Finish line.
got him. Now here's the thing.
You won.
If these races are gonna take me multiple attempts, then the best idea will be to not do next race like this, and will be to go back to
The race will
autosave,
commence at harbor line
you know?
760.
But we will see how these other ones go.
3,
This is a different car.
1, go.
Which one is it? It's the
High speed start confirmed.
it's the Nate one, right? I think.
Please be careful.
Please be careful. I'm assuming you are saying that to the guy behind me, right? Because I'm being very careful to not be overtaken, that is.
Another drive, 5 seconds. Contact with the level off. Ready for double nitrous.
It seems that, contrary to what I thought, these duels might be harder than the lower classes. So that means that the best thing I could do is autosave every time I win, because otherwise I'm taking for granted these victories, and that's bad. Nice. And this guy. This guy really is hungry. Very hungry. Wow, again. That's a lot of hunger, mister.
Increase your standing. A new record. Finally, you are in first place. Second place driver is closing in fast. Ready for double nitrous. Contact with the level off.
At least I'm glad that this track is like narrow enough to not really allow overtakes very well. So blocking this guy is not hard at all. Well, on to the finish line. See ya later. Well, that one was easy, at least. That one. Alright.
The race will commence at Lake Top Park.
And we unlock this guy here. This is also a fast track.
2, 1, go. High speed start confirmed.
And it seems that as long as you do a jump start,
Please be
you
careful.
will always start first. In the sense that you will overtake your rival. Well, at least that's the case so far. I don't know if it will be the case on like the final duels of like the special cars or whatever. Maybe it won't.
Ready for double nitrous. Contact the lever car.
And I don't know why I always find it funny
Nitrous are ready to
when someone crashes me from behind. I guess it's because of the sound. It's like they are complaining.
go.
And the sudden speed boost that you get, I guess it's also very amusing.
Unit drifted. Confirmed. Another driver fired his nitrous.
Nice.
All nitrous are ready to go. Ultimate charge detected. Contact the lever car.
In tracks like this, it usually won't be a problem to block because
Charge detected.
they don't have too much room to overtake. So usually if you should stay in the middle of the track, there's not much they can do.
Currently in first place.
It's if they overtake on a corner like that. But if they try to overtake on a straight line, it's not gonna happen. Well, especially if I use the mirror. But sometimes I don't even need to use the mirror.
Another driver fired his nitrous. Contacted the lever car.
That was a problem.
You increased your stamina.
It's okay.
Another driver
It should be okay because I have. Well, I only have one nitro.
ready.
Well, not anymore. Now I have two.
Firing double nitrous.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, no problem.
Coming up on final turn. Unit 1.
Nice.
Replay.
Replay. No thanks. So who is the Nets' last rival of Class 3?
Are you ready?
What are we talking about?
3, 2,
Probably a Amber? Wait, which one are you?
high speed start confirmed.
Yeah, that is Amber, isn't it?
Another driver fired his nitrous. Contact the lever car.
They leave Amber for last. I mean, Amber I think is supposed to be the highest speed one, but since the AI doesn't really care about the drift being absolute dog shit,
You have increased your stamina.
the top speed
Ultimate
maybe
charge
helps. At this point I still don't know if the AI really cares about the top speed or not. Maybe they just don't care about it.
charge detected.
I'm just trying to believe that the AI kinda plays by the rules, but that's mostly coping more than anything else.
Ready for nitrous. Fire nitrous. Ultimate charge detected. Another driver is placed.
This guy, I don't know if it's my imagination, but he seems to be using more nitros than the previous two. It's already something. The previous two were nitroing a lot. Nice. I mean, it should be fine though. Could be. Well, I can even use the triple nitro here. I will. We out of here. Nice. That was very fast. Very, very fast. Alright, on to the last one of class 3. Come on. We can do this quickly. I mean, I essentially have to make up for the lost time of yesterday with the whole save corruption and soft lock shit. Because my idea is to beat this game tomorrow, but in order to do that, I feel like I minimally need to already have beaten everything before master races. And I don't think that's gonna happen. I kinda doubt that's gonna happen, unfortunately. Because the thing about the master races is that each one of them is probably gonna take multiple tries. So it's not as simple as, you know, just beating them one after the other like this one. But some of these also took multiple tries, but the master ones are probably gonna take even more tries than you think. Probably gonna be a lot worse. So that's the main problem here. I think at least in the expert category there have to be less races, so shouldn't be as long as these dual ones. So keep in mind that the dual ones there is still class 4, so we are not done yet, though class 4 will be faster, simply because they are faster cars. That's the sole reason. But that's the thing, it will be faster assuming I don't take multiple attempts beating everyone. Which I don't know if it will happen or not. Uh-oh.
Ultimate charge detected. Ready for double nitrous. Good drifting confirmed. Firing nitrous. Ultimate charge.
Also, hey Yannick, how is it going? Hey, why are you biting your nails? We have this race on the... Have it in the bag. Don't worry about it. Hey, this one is free. This one is on the house. Oh, they are tasty then. What are you, Yoshikage Kira? Come on, bro. Murdering people is bad. So don't do that. Especially blowing them up. That's very rude to do. Blowing people up is extremely rude. You know? You shouldn't do that.
You unlocked a new car. You unlocked a new car.
Yeah, you unlock a car. I know. Kira, but only the nails part and no stand. Damn. Nah, don't worry about it. You don't need a stand. You have yourself. That's the most important thing, you know? Alright, so class 4, we are talking about 7 duels. And that will be the end of the dual route. Which one should I pick? This one? Probably. I guess otherwise it's going for dynamic trash, so we don't want that. I could go with the Fatalita too, honestly, but nah. We're gonna use the best one in business. I'm gonna use this one. The Meltfire. Come on.
The race will commence at Rave City Riverfront.
The riverfront.
3, 2, 1.
You started learning hiragana? Oh, you didn't know hiragana? Well, that's pretty nice. Hiragana, it probably won't be as useful as katakana, but I mean, if you learn one, you kinda have to learn the other, you know? They kinda go hand in hand. And it's something that can take you probably a couple of weeks. Maybe a little bit more. It depends on each person, obviously, how quickly you are at memorizing stuff. But yeah, things like hiragana and katakana are pure memorization. Since they are sounds that have no logic, there is nothing other than trying to learn them. Though you can say that for some of them, you can kinda have logic comparing it to kanjis. For example, how the katakana for ni looks exactly the same as the kanji for ni, which means two. So that's, for example, a good way to remember that specific one, right? But yeah, there are... They tend to be simply, you know, memorization. Well, and the funny thing is that you ask me to write hiragana or katakana, I probably cannot do it. I can read it. I can definitely read it. And it's quite ironic because the way I learn is precisely by writing. Like, I essentially wrote them like multiple times, one by one, and then after a specific set of repetitions of each one, I basically had my mom telling me a specific sound, and I will have to write the sound. But I mean, I think that does help with the memorization, but I think that that's mostly if you care about writing. If you care about just reading it, I'm pretty sure that by doing like online quizzes, it might be good enough. There is also some Steam games that teach you hiragana and katakana with minigames and shit. So that could help you too.
Very long jump confirmed. Pass the car ahead and take the lead.
No, you won't. No, you won't. Didn't you hear I said you won't? Oh, that's a bad place to do that. At least the champ wasn't that bad. This is not Ridge Racer Revolution, at least. Like in Revolution, you have multiple times where with a fast enough car you just hit the wall after a jump. But no, this game doesn't do that. Whoop. I won indeed. I was playing the RPG Maker game today. Oh, nice. Is the one I'm talking about, or is it another one? Because yeah, if it is that one, things like that are always useful to remember stuff, you know.
High speed start confirmed. Please be careful.
I'll try.
Ready for nitrous.
Learn Japanese to survive. Yeah, I don't remember if that was the name. It might be. Yeah. Hiragana and katakana tend to be something that as long as you have some discipline, you can learn relatively quickly. The problem starts with kanji. Like, learning kanji is such a shitfest that not even Japanese people know how to write kanji properly. So yeah, kanjis are the real shitfest. is where things get fucked. How did you not crash into that sign there? What sign? I think that you might be making it up, right? Maybe you should take your meds. Nah, I'm just kidding. How is it going? The answer is lazy programming, or well, lack of programming rather. By making the sign, I mean, making it having a hitbox will be a bad idea, but they should at least make the sign higher. They should have done that, yeah. But it is what it is. Alright. Come on, come on. Hey, come on, come on. I'm not Terry Bogard, okay? Man, you know, today I tried playing Street Fighter 6 before stream. I did like 3 matches and I lost all of them. Not on rank, because I want to leave rank for stream. I most likely played against people that are clearly above my level, but I have a feeling that this Tuesday I'm not gonna play it on stream like I thought I would. I think that I'd rather save myself the soul. Like, yeah, Lily's birthday and all of that, you know, it's okay. I mean, I can wish her a happy birthday while I'm playing something else. I could be playing Toho. There is a Lily in those games, you know. It is Lily White, but it's fine. It's the... If it's a Lily, it should be fine, right? Early. This race seems like it will be tough to win, huh? Let's do what we always do and save Nitro for the end, but I have my doubts about this. This guy seems like a little bit of a pain in the ass. That was probably a little bit too early for that. I might have messed up. Yeah, that was definitely way too early for that. Oh, fuck you, piece of shit. I'm not letting you have the win. That was my fault though, I did it too early, but man, that's so frustrating. It's the second time today that I lose right at the end like that. I hate mistiming Nitro so badly. Just that it's so hard to tell. Like, the minimap really is so useless to measure distances. Like, that's something that is a fault of the people that did graphic design here. Like, they shouldn't have made the size of every minimap the same. Like, if the track is longer, the minimap should be bigger. Like, doing it the same for every single track is obviously gonna lead to that. Like, to constant mistimings, because you never know how far you are. But even knowing how far you are, the fact that it doesn't help having different speed classes, but I mean, that's something that I can say that is a skill issue. But having the map being the same size regardless of the proportion, that's not skill issue. Well, it's a skill issue for the developers, you know? It's a bad decision. It's
second
fine.
place. Closing in fast on first place.
You ain't winning a second time, I can tell you that.
Confirming. Current.
I hope you enjoy that victory, because it's the last one you will get. So here my mistake was doing this shit super early. I should do it here. Team, that was close. That was very close. God damn. Scary. Very scary. It's okay, we got it. Now the South Bay, sorry. Yeah, that was clutch. But that's how these duels are gonna be. These duels are all about these guys constantly being on your ass. Like you will never get a high difference with this guy. Well, a big difference. Like they will constantly be right behind you, always lurking there, trying to get you. But yeah, you can never count them out. Never ever. It's a big mistake to do so. Whoa, damn, that was a good overtake. A drift overtake from the outside. We fly, we. That was funny. Nice. I think that this strategy of essentially... Like, there are two strategies here. If you're on the lead, I think the strategy is to build enough nitro until you get 3 bars, and then when you get the third one you use a single nitro. Simply to not waste, right? And if you're not on the lead and you have trouble getting the lead, the best thing you can do is to save all the nitro for the final section of the race, which is what I did on the previous one. Those seem to be the two strategies to use on duels. I think for now it works. For now I've been getting some nice results. I think that it's a good thing. And being on the lead is not only useful, but for the fact that you're in the lead, you know you're winning. It's also the fact that you don't have to worry on how to take the corners. You can take the corners however you want. So in cases like this, you might think, well, what's the point of being on the lead for the whole race? You can just be overtaken and then overtake them back before the end of the race, but it really helps being able to just do the corners however you want and not worrying about crashing against the guy in front of you. Uh-oh. That Discord was mine. So, for some reason Discord being a piece of shit and now no longer activating the streamer mode when OBS opens for some reason. Really don't understand why, but it's the way it works, so cannot do much about it. But I guess I should go activate it perhaps. That's something that I seen when I watch a stream that doesn't have Discord muted. Every time that Discord sounds, I'm thinking that it's my Discord, but it isn't, you know? That's a little bit of an issue. But I'm gonna do it after this route is over. I mean, if I remember. Well, if I don't remember, remind. Well, I'm gonna remember if I get another notification. But I don't know, like from one day to another, it stopped working.
Very long jump. Confirmed.
And Discord is another one of those applications that with every update it gets worse, basically.
Fire nitrous.
It's very similar to Twitch in that regard.
Ultimate charge.
If there is a major update, you already know you have to prepare.
Fire nitrous.
You have to brace yourself
Very long jump.
for the fuckery that it's gonna bring.
Another drive. Fire is nitrous. Ready. Double nitrous.
Okay.
2 laps to go.
It seems that differently from the previous race, I'm not gonna be on the lead on this one. I don't need to really. You don't want me to be on the lead? It's okay. Keep it. I don't want it.
Confirmed. Ultimate charge detected. Very long jump.
You
Confirmed.
can just keep it.
Drive. Fire is nitrous. All nitrous are ready to go.
Oh, and by the way, this car is the ratio, I should realize, so...
Another drive.
You know what? What we said, if it's ratio, it's garbaggio. You already know how it goes.
Increase your step.
Unlocking this car is the same as nothing. You might as well not even give me a reward, it has the same effect. You know?
Finally, you are currently in first place.
Am I currently in first place? Yes, I am.
All nitrous are ready to go. Ultimate charge detected. Very long jump confirmed.
And when I hear very long on a racing game, reminds me of the rally games, like very long easy left, shit like that. I should play, you know, the Sega rally games that release on consoles. I mean, some of them are supposed to be a port of the arcade ones, but some other ones are like a full-blown game, you know. They are not just a board, so I should play those. I remember one I think released in 2006, I think it's called Sega Rally Revo or Revo, whatever the fuck you pronounce it. So I'm curious to play that. Well, curious. I already played it a long time ago, but not only it wasn't on stream, but I never really bothered going too far. So there is that too. I thought you meant Rally Eds. No. That game is more of... Rally Eds is more of a Pac-Man game than a racing game. Oh yeah. No, not really what I have in mind when I think of Rally. No, Sega Rally is the one I did play on stream. I played the arcade trilogy on stream and they were all pretty good. I mean, the last one was relatively mediocre, really, but they were cool games. I mean, especially I feel like the second one was very good, but the first one is also an amazing game as well. Those are the kind of games that it's like you can play multiple times and always have a good time with them. I mean, that's how arcade games are. Like, as long as you don't play them in an actual arcade and you have to put coins, it's always pretty nice to play arcade games, you know? When you have an infinite access to coins. Pretty nice.
2 laps to go.
Also, Mr. Truck here seems like it's keeping his distance, huh? Hey, what happened? Are you shy? You should be. You are in presence of the guy that's gonna beat you. So yeah, it's a good choice for you to stay back there. Another nitro. Oh wow. That's how it will be. The way the AI does the drift for these cars is they essentially do 2 drift in a single corner. They don't keep the drift going. That's something that if I tried to do it, I will take a lot longer. Without a doubt. Well, I mean, especially if you use one that has dynamic drift like that shit right there. You're keeping very close, mister. What happened? But it's fine. You cannot reach me. And even if you could, I'm always ready here. So yeah. Good luck trying that, Mr. Truck. Yeah, enjoy that lead. It's not gonna last too long. Got him. So yeah. Though that was also a clutch race. Like, it feels like it was only at the beginning where that guy was kind of like, you know, I'm gonna stay behind. But here he actually decided to not stay very behind. It's fine. A good start. And this is the final one of the dual routes, by the way. After this we will go to Expert. And in Expert, well, unfortunately we're gonna start with Class 1. There's nothing we can do about that. But yeah. There are less races per class. Like, while this one has 6 or 7, Expert I think has 4. So it is a possibility that we might beat all of the Expert races on stream. But we will see. I mean, on stream, yeah, but I mean today. What we might not be able to beat today are the remaining special events. That's something that I'll probably have to leave for tomorrow. Promise that if I leave that for tomorrow, doing that and Master at the same time, because Master is theoretically short if you should take into account the amount of events, but not if you take into account the difficulty. Those events might take multiple tries, so Something tells me I might not be beating this tomorrow either. But we will see.
Nitrous activation during trip confirmed. Contact with the lab
Nice.
pod. Ready for double practice. All nitrates are ready to go.
It seems that this strategy for duels is very consistent.
Ultimate charge detected.
I wonder if this strategy will also be consistent for master or expert. Even I actually don't know how expert works. Like for what I remember, expert. I think I remember the description of expert saying that it was only single races. I think I remember that being the case. So if that is the case, wow, that was bad actually. Lost a lot of time because of the grass. If expert is only single races, I don't think it will have the same logic that duel has, or the race with 4 cars. I think it will be different. Nice.
Ready for double practice. All nitrates are ready to go. Nitrous activation during trip confirmed.
I could have done the triple nitro there,
Charge
but
detected.
it's not necessary.
Fire
You know, this strategy that I mentioned just works very well. Keep doing single nitros every time that you have your bar full. Yeah, I think that this just works very well. Alright. Well, we fully completed the duels. So there's that. I already checked before about the autosave, but just in case, I'm gonna manually save. I think that after yesterday you can never be too cautious, you know?
You got it.
You cannot be too cautious.
You unlocked a new car.
It cannot
Unlocked a
happen.
new car.
Well, that's the effect that we beat duel. Pretty nice. Not like the game gives a shit, but hey, you complete duel, bro. Congratulations. It would be nice to get an unlock for completing a specific route. Well, I guess in the basic one you do. Okay, let me save. Yes, I know I'm being paranoid. I don't give a shit. I will save.
Ridge Racer World Explorer.
Go. On to this one. This is the expert thingy. What does it say, by the way? Revamped versions of machines from each class. They are all normal races with only 15, but they are a significant challenge. Okay. As you saw, they are all single races. Alright, so here I could use... Well, the problem is that the class 1 that I unlocked was the shitty one. Was the one that used... Yeah, I could use this one again. But yeah, the one I unlocked last was the Dumber.
The race will commence at
So,
airport
yeah,
level.
that Dumber can suck a cock, personally.
3,
Yeah, this is a regular race, nothing out of the ordinary.
good start confirmed.
But how is the difficulty gonna work here, then? Like, what's the
Good
trick
luck coming
here?
in first.
Like, what's the show?
Another drive, fire is nitrous.
We're about to find out. I mean, the first place, if you look at the minimap, is not very far away at all.
Another drive exploded.
Probably once you overtake him, he's gonna bug you or something. Like he's constantly gonna be behind you or something like that, but you know, that's the only thing that could go wrong. And even then I kinda doubt it. We will see.
Another driver is closing in. Another driver fired his nitrous.
And here, I don't really have any reason to use the nitro yet. I mean, I could use the nitro here to overtake, but well, too late now to have done it before.
All nitrous are ready to go. Ultimate charge.
Well, keep in mind that, if I'm not mistaken,
Drifting confirmed. Another driver.
the expert races get unlocked before you unlock the dual one, even though according to the grid them being higher means that they are harder, but that might just not be true. Like, they might not be harder at all. We will see though. I mean, maybe by the time you overtake the first place, it turns into a duel. In the sense that it has the same logic that a duel has with how he's always behind you. Well, technically, in some of the advanced ones, it was kinda like that, so it might be similar here. I don't know. That's what happens for looking at the mirror too much, but it's fine. Now the difference is that here you have a platoon of cars behind you instead of only one. That will also happen on Master, by the way. Well, in fact, maybe this is a warm-up to Master after all. In Master you have 3 of them on your ass constantly, which is pretty much, well, now here they are 4, but it's similar enough. I guess it probably is kinda like that. So all these assumptions that I'm doing with Master is assuming it's the same as it is in the PSP games. And I have no reason to think otherwise, especially since Ridge Racer 7 they were also like that. And Ridge Racer 7 is the closest to this game in every regard, basically. What do you want? Huh? Wanted to overtake? Oh, you want to overtake? Yeah, I see ya. I see your intention. I'm gonna activate double nitro probably after this corner, or maybe no, here. Has to be here. If they try to overtake, I need to block. I think that the opposite will be a bad idea. Alright. So yeah, it's essentially that. These guys are constantly on your ass. But it's a regular race, it's not a duel. But it has that. It's a slightly different logic.
The race will commence at
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Good start confirmed. Good luck coming in first.
Oh, I guess something that I forgot to mention. Well, I don't know if... Because you know that yesterday, when it comes to the save file, I say that the whole folder was deleted. That was the problem. But that was not the problem. Like, the folder simply wasn't where I thought it was. So the save was not deleted. It just, you know, had the issue that I already explained. But yeah, yesterday I was wrong. Like, that's the thing. I feel like yesterday I would have never figured out the issue. I would have only figured out the issue if I Google the exact same thing that I Google later, but I think that in the heat of the moment I don't get those ideas. But it was as simple as just Googling Ridge Racer sits save corrupt or corrupt save, whatever I Google. But I didn't do that on stream, so that's why there were a lot of misunderstanding. Though I feel like even if I had Googled that on stream, the fact that I was convinced that the save folder was in documents would have been enough to make me think that that solution wouldn't work. Because I would have think that the problem is that the save simply wasn't there. But essentially what I'm trying to say is that troubleshooting on stream fucking sucks. Troubleshooting on stream is so bad. That's why I always make sure to test the games a lot. Just that something like what happened yesterday is absolutely impossible to test. Because it's completely random and it can happen, as you saw, like already being like well 10 hours into the game. Even more than that. So that's something that even, like, unless you play the full game before streaming it, which is kinda pointless, there is no way to test that. That's also the problem that, like, you cannot always test games as well as you want to. Because if your idea is to play a game for the first time on stream, the minimum that you can test is that the game runs. You open the game and it runs. But anything that happens in the middle is something that will come as a surprise. Because you have no way of knowing it was gonna happen. Because you precisely left the whole experience to be your first time on stream, so that's the issue with games that suddenly not work. And it's worse with emulators, because let's say that you buy a game on Steam, there are a lot of shitters out there that don't work even being published on Steam. But with emulators, those type of errors are a lot more frequent, so it's one of those things where there is essentially nothing you can do. You just have to tank it in the moment. You have to live that experience and just roll with the punches, you know. There's not much more you can do. Just roll with them punches, and that's it. I personally don't like it, but it's the only option. At least if you want your playthroughs to be blind, of course. So otherwise, you will be looking at a non-blind playthrough. But it's also relatively, well, relative. It is a blind playthrough in the sense that this specific game I never played it before. It shares so many things with Ridge Racer 7 that, well, and the PSP games that, but yeah, it's still a blind playthrough for all intents and purposes. Now, I don't want to shinz it, but so far these races are being easier than the duels. That's an extreme shinz, I am aware, but so far the duels were harder. This is only the first class, so of course it's too early to tell, especially considering that so far the that super short track hasn't showed up yet. And that's the one that, especially in a format like this, can fuck you up the most. Shin Sorter confirmed, thank you for your purchase. I will purchase a Shins. You know, the Pokemon. And no, that's not a show. Before you think that I'm doing an offensive joke, I'm not, okay? I know that it might have sounded that way, but no. I just meant to say that I really like Shins as a Pokemon. I know that what I should say will be seen as an offensive joke too. Yeah. Oh my god, mods. Yeah, I know. My bad. Nah, but yeah, Shins, when it comes to Pokemon, she's my Generation 1 Pokemon, you know? She has to be. I mean, it's one of the best, but I don't know if I should say one of the best type combinations, because Ice by itself is a bad type in general. Well, defensively it's a bad type. But I just think that, especially in the first generation, having access to Psychic and Ice Punch is super good. Ice Physic, no, Ice Psychic, not Physic. Ice Psychic is a good attack combination. Problem is that it's kind of like a glass cannon. Like, anyone throws at you a flamethrower and you're fucking dead. Yeah, good luck with that. It's fine. Oh, that guy's there. Yeah, the smartest thing here is saving the Nitro. Like, don't even worry about using it here, just save it. Oh, wow, I didn't notice you there, Mr. Kamata. Were you there for a long time? Sorry I didn't notice you. Well, it's pretty dark to see as well, so that doesn't help the visibility. That was not drift necessary at all, especially since it barely even built mirror, because it was on an uphill. Right. Now we're gonna do the lead strategy. Uh-oh. That's bad. It's a good place to block since it's very narrow. It's fine. I have a double Nitro. So worst comes to worst. Well, in fact, I could activate it right here, honestly. Boom. Alright, later, suckers. Enjoy second place, well, and third and fourth and fifth. Hope you enjoy it, because I know I wouldn't if I were in your shoes. But hey, thankfully I'm not in your shoes. That's the good thing. Alright. Unfortunately, all these tracks are relatively long. And I'm using class 1 cars, so on top of them being long, it also takes a very long time to beat them. But this is the second to last one on class 1. So unfortunately we still wouldn't have gotten rid of class 1. We still need to do the... Still need to do the master one. Only then we can finally be free from class 1. Only then we can see freedom. We can know freedom.
Another drive, 5 is nice. Another drive, 5 is nice. Another drive, 5 is nice. You increased your
Yeah, are you gonna say that every time a single one of these guys fires a nitro? I mean, you're a robot boy, so you're not gonna get tired. But then...
Another drive, 5 is nice. Ready, double nitrous.
We still going Fiera?
Another drive, 5 is nice.
Yeah, that's right. Stay down there. Well, I mean, back there. Well, from this perspective, it's also down.
All nitrous are ready to go. Fire nitrous. 2 laps to go.
No worries. I like the fact that it's the star nose, the one that is supposed to be the designated first place car. The only way this guy remains on first place is if every other competitor DNFs, you know? You are not getting a legit first place ever. Oh, that was very bad, by the way. Oh, the clown car is here too, nice. Everyone is here. But it's fine, don't worry. Yeah, that's right. Keep trying, bro. And there it is. Mr. Clown Car. That's also another car that sucks. And can you believe that one of the previous races that I did, that stupid ass car, I picked it and it essentially made me lose. Like, I couldn't reach the first place no matter how hard I tried. I pick another car with better high speed, or well, top speed, max speed, whatever you wanna call it, and I won instantly. Like, not only on the first try, but I also reached the first place like very early on the race. You know? So, that considered, I really feel that clown car it has a very appropriate nickname. You gotta be a clown to use it. Indeed. A clown that doesn't want to win. I can do triple nitro here, right? Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I mean, probably wasn't the smartest idea, but it will work. Barely though. You can see that second place trying to get close. No, but it's fine. Alright, final class 1 race on the CBT. Man, every single race here has been so fucking long. it's like you did it on purpose, and this is indeed CBT. Like doing the longest tracks with the slowest cars is indeed CBT. Because it's not like this game, well, as expected, as most racing games, it's not like the win condition is based on time, it's based on lap number. Like it's 3 laps in every race. Because you know, if a car is slow, but you have the condition be in time, like it tends to be the case in resistance events, that doesn't matter at all. But when the win condition is in lap, the slowest the car, obviously the longest the race is gonna take to end. I mean, there are barely any games that do the time condition. Like you have games like Gran Turismo and actual simulation games that do that. For arcade racing games, obviously it's not a good idea. Just that in these situations, I wish it was a thing. Though it's not even something that you need to do. Like too complicated. You can easily make the races that involve the slowest cars, you can make them 2 laps instead of 3. Well, in fact, that's how the first Ridge Racers do it, ironically. In the first Ridge Racer, and I think Revolution as well, well, and even Rave Racer, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about that last one, but in those games, when you use the slow cars, you only need to drive for 2 laps, not for 3. It seems that Namco forgot, because that will be a nice thing to go back to your roots, right? Make the slow cars have short races. I mean, otherwise this is the result. You have very long races. Yeah, it's okay. Will be worse. Oh, damn, you were already here. What a sneaky bitch.
Pass the car ahead to take the lead. Another drive, 5 seconds.
And this is only the second lap, like it feels like I've been on this track for an eternity, but no, it's only the second lap. That's fucked up. Okay, that's the reason why I would have put 2 laps for these cars. Yeah, just pass the car ahead, bro. You want that first place, pass the car ahead. But you gotta understand that Robot Lady is trying her best to sound human. But yeah, she doesn't understand that overtaking a car takes a little bit of effort, you know. Yeah, the Robot Lady is trying her best, please understand. The other guy, I mean, I will use the default announcer, but the default announcer, to me at least, it's so fucking obnoxious. I don't wanna hear him. I don't want none to do with him. He's definitely more human than the Robot Lady, that's for sure.
You increased your standing. Another drive, 5
Sack of shit. Yeah, and this is definitely a race you don't want to retry. That's the big problem here. This is a race you wanna beat on the first attempt, and then that's it. Yeah. Will I be able to do that? I hope. maybe using the nitro there was a bad idea. I have a feeling this is gonna be a defeat. Like, I trust this double nitro, but it won't be enough. Oh, that fucking sucks. Damn, that sucks balls. A lot of balls. Well, the finish line wasn't even close. Damn, that's so shit. That's so fucking shit on a 6-minute race. Oh, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. I mean, I made a mistake for using the nitro early. It's just that I thought I was gonna be able to recharge it a lot more, but yeah, that's a mistake I paid with the race. Oh, that fucking sucks so much, dude. I hate class 1 cars so much. God damn. What a blunder. Ah, fuck, dude. It's okay. Gotta deal with it. Man, I really don't want to deal with it. Really wish I didn't need to deal with it. God damn it. What a pain in the absolute ass that was. God damn. Yeah, like using the nitro there was such a bad idea. But I feel like I remember in the previous laps that I drift on that corner and I got an insane amount of nitro. But it didn't happen that last time. It's okay. It's useless to think of the past. That attempt already happened. Cannot turn back the clock. You gotta deal with it, bro. There ain't no other way. Unfortunately today, even if I finish the expert route, the special one will still be left. That is annoying. Well, if I can beat every event on the first try, which I kinda doubt, Master Route is not gonna take a long time at all. I kinda doubt that's gonna be the case. I have my big doubts about that.
Pass the car ahead to take the lead. Take the car ahead to take the lead. Another driver fired his lights. Another driver is closing in.
Well, there were actually multiple mistakes on the previous attempt. Obviously the most gross one was using the nitro so early, but that was with the first nitro. With the second nitro that I used, the double one, I also used it too early. And it's because, as I say, the asshole that did the UI and made the maps have the same size regardless of their actual size, make it so it's almost impossible to calculate how to take these distances. So in the map, the final straight looks like it's a lot shorter than it actually is. Like, there's nothing short about that final straight, so that's the main issue, you know. should use this. A little bit afraid here.
Good drifting confirmed.
So last time it was already bad because these guys were already on the lead. I actually wonder how they got the lead in the first place.
Another drive.
Because they shouldn't have. No, you're not gonna win again, you sack of shit. I'm pretty sure it's you, it's the same guy.
Increase your stamina.
You're not gonna win
You're
again.
almost at the finish line.
Still keeping this camera though. Okay, we got it.
First place.
Man, I still can't believe the blunder of the previous attempt though. That was absolutely terrible. Hey, don't worry, it's over now. The CBT is over, man. Never a better name race, you know? Never, well, a better named track, I mean. This is the perfect name for a track. Man.
You got
Alright.
a new car. You
Well,
unlocked
these
a new
ones,
car. You unlocked
I actually don't know what cars they are, so I guess I could check the unlock cutscene. Since it's not the ones, well, maybe it was one of the ones we raced, but we raced against many. So one of them is a star nose that I'm gonna shove it up my ass, cause we're not gonna use this trash. Then you have, oh, the clown car, man. Unlock all of the bad ones. And it's no coincidence that they are both Terrassi. That seems painful. It probably is. Wait, and the other one is another star nose? Man, all of these unlocks were completely worthless. By the time I do the master races, I'm not gonna use any of these unlocks. These unlocks are trash. God damn it. That's disappointing. Alright, on to class 2. There's only 4 races, thankfully, here. I mean, for variety, I could use a Fatalita. It's just that this one is clearly the best option. Alright. I'm gonna go the variety way and use the Fatalita here. Just know that this is probably a mistake.
The race will commence at
I mean, just for variety to not pick the same one I picked last time.
3,
I mean, if I struggle, I'm gonna switch, make no mistake.
good start confirmed. Good luck
I like the way that in this game the Fatalita actually looks like it. This looks exactly like the Race Racer model, looking at it from the rear.
Very long
From the front, more or less, but from the rear it looks exactly like it looked on Race Racer. That's pretty nice.
ready for matches.
Now, the thing is, it seems that there are more cars to unlock that you cannot really unlock in this mode, because unless the unlocks are completely random, that will be weird. Well, the dual cars are definitely not random, because they are very specific ones, but there are not enough unlocks remaining to unlock the whole grid. Which feels weird, like you would think that with all the unlocks that the grid has, that it would have been enough. So maybe those cars, the only way to unlock them is through the DLC. Like that will be a little bit lame, but it is a possibility. It's especially lame because you have no advantage for using them, you know? Like already using the ones that you get by default is good enough, so... I still don't know if this car will be good enough to win these races. Because it could be a situation similar to the one that I had with the clown car. But because the max speed simply wasn't good enough, I might not be able to win. It's just that the max speed on this car is way better than the one on the clown car. But we could still have a similar situation. I think it's the other one that decided to go faster. And the moment I stop paying attention is the moment they start with the nitro and trying to overtake. Sneaky bitches. I see you all there. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Or not, I actually hope you're not doing well, because I wanna win. You block in one side and you're gonna get overtaken in the other one. I mean, that will be a very common pain on the master races. That's for sure. I mean, at least the voice announcing the nitro can be relatively useful, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Alright, so after this corner I'm definitely... ultimate nitro. Or triple nitro, same shit. We're going balls in to the finish line. Nice. That's the thing. This could present a problem. Not being the fastest car that I can pick. But for now, I'll keep going.
3, 2, 1, go. High speed start confirmed. Please be careful. Another driver fired his nitrous.
Here it seems, does saving between races do anything to help? Yes, in fact what I'm doing is something I shouldn't be doing. Instead of doing long routes than the ones I'm doing, the safest way of doing it will be doing one race, letting it auto-save, and then going on to the next one. That's the smartest thing to do. Problem is that I don't want to see loading screens. And the soft lock can obviously happen, but it's a very low chance, so here I prefer to risk it and not take so much time in between menus and shit, you know. But yeah, if my idea is to risk the least amount, the smartest idea will clearly be to, you know, to save after every race. We are basically full risking it here because I want to progress fast as well. That's the idea. I believe in my good luck. Surely that's a good idea to rely on luck. Obviously. I don't see why it wouldn't. You know, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Wait, is anyone close? No. Well, now they are, but I mean, they weren't when I asked. Yeah, these races are nice because at least they are forcing you to constantly pay attention. These are races that you cannot choose. Like, split your attention too much. I mean, you can still split, it's just not that much. Alright, that should be enough. Got him. Nice. Yeah, I wonder if I can like use this strategy also for the master races. I mean, it's something that we will have to figure out tomorrow and not today. For today, as I was mentioning, just by looking at the hour, I'm only gonna be able to finish these expert races and that's it. Like, I will have to leave both the special races and the master races for tomorrow, which is a problem, because I want to beat it tomorrow, like the whole thing, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't think so. Not to mention that something that I still don't know, even though I doubt it, is if something else is gonna show up. You know? Because that might be the case. Like, there might still be another route hidden that hasn't shown up. And if that's the case, well, that will be a problem. The important thing is getting rid of the slow class races as soon as possible. That in itself will already make you take a lot of time, no matter what. I wonder how annoying this will be if instead of the robot it was the default announcer. I will probably already have gone insane. Like, I'm grateful that I was able to discover the robot voice when I did, because if this was the default dude, you will have your ears ringing with how obnoxious it would have been to constantly having like, I don't remember what he said. He said something like, but I don't remember, but someone else has fired his nitro or some shit like that. Like, hearing him scream that pretty much like 100 times per race, yeah, that would have been a problem. So I'm grateful that we have the choice to not allow that. Yeah, the Yahoo, yeah, there's also that. For a full 5 seconds in a row, yeah. Yeah, basically it will be a disaster no matter what. And Heihachi wouldn't have been much better. Just that it would have been more palatable, but it will overlap with my voice a lot, and that's pretty much the worst part about it. But yeah, thankfully Miss Robot Lady here with the save, you know.
3, 2,
Okay.
1, go.
Final class 2 race.
Good luck coming in first. Another drive fired is nitrous. You've increased your standing. Ready for nitrous.
Actually, you know that going for the entirety of the expert races right now might take a very long time. Like, I'm starting to think that even doing that is a bad idea. Because tomorrow is Monday, and, well, need to be ready for it. So I'm starting to think it's a bad idea. But we will see. I mean, I do know at least that the races should go by faster. And also shout out to the Fatalita for actually being able to beat these races on the first try. If anything, this is more shameful for the clown car. Because this one, despite not being the fastest, is still fighting very well. But the clown car was so absolute shit that it couldn't even do that. But yeah, shoutouts to the Fatalita. Carrying me since Race Racer. Well, in fact, in Race Racer, if you don't have the Fatalita, you cannot win the oval. Not the one on Class 3. I mean, the other ones, you can win it with other Assoluto cars, but the one on Class 3, if you don't have that car, you're not winning it, because the other ones are not available. The Fatalita basically carrying me since my childhood. It's a car that's always been there, you know. Gotta be thankful to the OG for always being there. Very nice of him. Another Fatalita is trying to overtake here. I don't know if using a single nitro there was the right call. I mean, I don't see why not, though. Then use the double nitro here. Yeah, we're fine. Don't worry. Got him. But yeah, shoutouts to the Fatalita and shame on you, clown car, for being a piece of shit. The Fatalita basically mops the floor with you. Like, it's not even close. But yeah, shame on you. Without a doubt. So here we basically have 4... Okay, you have 4 races in Class 3 and 4 races in Class 4, so it's not that long at least. But yeah, it will still take a little bit. So this one is a melt fire. Damn, that's my Discord. Okay, while this shit is playing, let me mute my Discord notifications here. And god damn it. It seems that Discord, unless they make an update that works, it's just gonna keep having that issue now. unless I manually turn on streamer mode. Well, at least it's nice that you have the option to manually turn it on. Oh, wait a second. There are 3. Oh, okay, so... Wait, what? Did I miscount? Oh, I did miscount. It's 5 and 4.
Is this okay?
Damn, though, this is gonna take a while. This is gonna take a while. Alright, we can use the Astaroth Fiera, though. I unlocked this one before. Let's use it here.
The race will commence at
This one looks very nice.
2.
I mean, all of the Kamata Fiera look nice.
Good start confirmed.
Just a good looking car, you know. Here,
Good luck.
ideally, I would want to finish with the expert races in before the 3-hour-and-a-half mark. That will be ideal. We will see what happens. That will definitely be ideal.
Another drive fire is nice. Ready for double nitrous.
All things considered, I mean, obviously, the expert races are clearly harder than regular races in both the advanced and the basic category, of course, but
All nitrous are
I wouldn't say that they are harder than duels. I mean, they are kinda the same thing, really.
good drift.
They are very similar. Just that, interestingly enough, in a regular race like this one differently from a duel, by having more racers, you have this. Basically, more racers can push you from behind. But in a duel, if the opponent is in front of you, like if the opponent is the one leading the race, you have no one to push you.
Closing it fast on
So getting closer to the opponent is harder, you know? It's also true that here, when you're on the lead, if you want to block, you have to pay attention to more opponents, and that obviously is gonna be harder. But I think compared to duel still is harder. So yeah, I will consider duel harder.
Proceeding to the next race.
Alright, that was fast. And that's what I precisely need. I need this to be fast. Need these races to be very, very fast.
The race will commence at airport.
Extremely fast even. Damn, this car looks so cool, dude.
2, 1.
I really, the Kamata Fiera looks so nice in this game. It's only a class 3 car. Is the Fiera even in class 4? I don't even remember now. I think it is.
Another drive.
I can't for the life of me remember.
You have increased your standing. Another drive fire is nice. Contact with another car. Ready for nitrous. Another drive.
It's also true that with these cars being faster, you also have a lot more aggressive rivals hitting you from behind. Since the speeds are faster, it's like it hurts more, you know? Like those hits. Like you can feel the impact better. But yeah, not a problem. All nitros are ready to go. Correct. Oh, that was
Charge
a little bit too close to the wall. It's fine.
You have increased your standing. Ultimate charge detected. Another drive fired as nitrous.
That was very bad.
11 cars.
So much for trying to block, god damn it. That's the issue when you try to pay so much attention to what's behind you. That ends up happening. It's obvious. Can't do much about it.
Charge detected. Contact with another car.
I have reacted to that sooner.
Ready for double nitrous. All nitrous are ready to go. Another drive fired as nitrous.
At least on the final lap I
Charge detected.
will have a triple nitro, so that hopefully helps me a little bit.
Final lap. You are
This right now
currently
is
in
looking
fourth
a
place.
little bit rough. Just a little bit.
You increased your standing. Fire nitrous. Ultimate charge detected. Contact
Nice.
with another car. All nitrous are ready.
Contact with another car indeed. And I'm glad it was that way. This final stretch. Yeah, look at how they are coming here. They look hungry.
Another drive fired as nitrous. All nitrous are ready to go.
Alright, after this corner I'm full sending.
Triple nitrous.
It's what you kinda have to do here.
Coming
A
up
full
on
send at
final
the end.
turn.
Nice. Yeah, that worked well. That actually worked well. Yeah, it's what you would expect. Alright, come on. We only need
The race
3 more of this. Them on CBT again. And the developers really like this track, don't they?
Good start.
You know, I understand. I mean, these are the same developers that made Anna in Tekken. Anna Williams. She has a move where she steps on your balls.
Contact
So
with
yeah,
another car.
understandable.
Another drive fired as
Well, I mean, it depends on where she's standing. Supposed to be a move that she steps on you. Depending on where you make Anna stand, it could be, well, there. So yeah. Well, when I say the same developers, I mean that they are from the same company. I kinda doubt that they are the actual same developers, 'cause, you know. Ridge Racer and Tekken have very little in common. Well, in this game they both have Heihachi in common, but not much more than that.
You increased your standing. Another drive fired as nitrous. Another drive fired as nitrous.
Uh-oh, careful.
All nitrous are ready to go. You increased your standing. 2 laps to go.
I thought the other one was gonna come at me,
Another drive.
so I tried to block that one. It's hard to tell because the nitro is something that happens out of nowhere, right? And you cannot predict who is gonna use the nitro. You can react to it, but you have to choose between one or the other when they are both at the same distance. It's a gamble. No,
Contact
Team
with
Asphalt.
another car. Contact
Nice.
with another car.
Seems that this race, they are playing hard to get, huh?
Another driver fired his nitrous.
Seems that this will indeed be a CVT session. Correct.
Another driver is closing in.
It was pretty much right next to me there.
All
Couldn't have
nitrous
done
are ready
much.
to go. You have increased your standing. Final lap. You are in second place. Closing in fast on first place.
In
Another driver
fact,
fired his
have I
nitrous.
even been first place in this race? I feel like I have not.
Another driver
That is of
fired
course
his
a
nitrous.
problem. That is indeed a
Increased your
problem.
standing. Fired nitrous.
Yeah, like maybe I'm wrong, but I think that I never got the lead in this race. Like I think I was second at most, but I'm second now. That's as good as I got. That's a problem, of course. I mean, if I save the nitro here, I should be fine for the end. Okay. Saving the ultimate nitro here. The mother of all nitros. I'm using it now. Fuck you.
You increased your standing.
That might have been a little bit too early, actually.
Finish line ahead.
That was early. It's just that
Proceed to the next
I
race.
had enough advantage to get
Replay.
through that without issues. Oof. Damn. The races are getting
Race will commence
intense.
at Midtown Park.
I mean, it's what I was mostly predicting. Well, I mean, it's what the game tells you. It's not like you have to be Nostradamus to
High speed
to know that the races are gonna get harder here.
Good luck coming in first.
But yeah, so far,
You increased
the
your
only expert race that took more than one attempt was the last one of class 1 that took like 2 attempts, because on the first one I fucked up the nitro at the end, but that so far has been the only one that wasn't a first try win, so hopefully it stays that way, though. At least retrying these faster class races is not that annoying, but yeah.
You increased your standing. Another driver fired his nitrous. Another driver is closing in. Fired nitrous. You increased your standing. 2 laps to go.
I don't know why in these last races it seems that
Another driver fired.
the first place is kinda escaping me. Like, unless I go for it at the end of the race, just have a hard time
System
leading the race.
System down. Contact with another car.
Hello. I'm closer. Okay, now.
All nitrous.
Hey, what's okay? I am on the lead now. Nice. Good to see.
Excellent drift.
Pretty nice to see.
All nitrous are ready to go. Nitrous activation during drift confirmed. A new record. Final lap. You are currently in first.
It's just very amusing to look in the mirror and seeing all these competitors hungry to overtake you. Really feels like You're about to be attacked by a pack of wolves. So I don't know if wolves really attack in packs. I don't know how wolves work. I mean, I don't really care either. I don't think they try to attack humans though, right? Like, I think that they are smarter than that. I don't think they attack. Well, if they come in a pack, they might, but I think that the wolves, when they are by themselves, are not stupid enough to attack a human. I mean, there is a reason why dogs are pretty much descendant of wolves. They are smart enough to know, like, not to mess with them. I say them as if I wasn't a human. Gabi the non-human. No, it's fine. I am. Don't worry about it. For now, I think I am. I still have not been turned into a non-human.
3, 2,
yet.
1, go.
Yeah, not human confirmed.
Good start confirmed.
I think wolves don't attack humans.
Good luck coming in first.
Well, in fact, when it comes to mammals, the only ones that attack humans are, I think, are like bears, tigers, lions. Like, we're talking about what usually is considered an apex predator, you know? Like, I think anything that is not that doesn't dare. You do have reptiles that... I mean, reptiles tend to be the more deadly. Because reptiles, you have a shit ton that attack humans. Like crocodiles, alligators, snakes, you know. Well, and snakes, that's the thing. Saying snakes is very generic, but there are a lot of different type of snakes. And a lot of them attack humans. But attack anything that crosses their path, really. But yeah, believe it or not, there are some snakes that are a lot more shy and they actually avoid humans. But it depends on which one. Some snakes are very big assholes. And well, crocodiles and alligators are the biggest bitches in the animal kingdom, basically. Those you want to be far away no matter what. Those guys are just dangerous. And since they are reptiles, they don't really understand too much the concept of companionship, you know? Like, when a crocodile has a caretaker in a zoo or something like that, like, if it's a little bit hungry, I don't think it cares too much that the caretaker was the one that, well, took care of it all that time, you know? It most likely will still attack.
Very long jump.
Oh, that's bad. Ooh, I had to use the brake there. There aren't that many times in this game where you have to use the brakes, but that was certainly one of them.
Closing in fast on first place. Contact with another car. All nitrous are ready to go.
Right?
You have increased your standard. Excellent drift.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you coming fast.
Fire nitrous.
That might be a bad activation,
Confirming current
actually.
condition.
Just that since I have the lead and I had full nitro, thought that it was the right idea, but
Ready for double.
might have been wrong. Well, at least I blocked that. And the next one is ultimate. It's triple nitro here,
Nitrous
so...
are ready to go. Contact with another
Yeah, I
car.
can do it. That might be a little bit too early, though. Oh, and especially after this.
Very long jump.
Yeah, this...
Confirming.
Oh, that's bad.
Car.
No.
Show.
Oof.
Replay.
Using triple nitro at the end, something tells me it's a bad idea precisely because of that shunt. Well, at least I somehow won that. But you don't want to use the triple one at the end. That was very close. Alright. So, only 4 races remaining. Unfortunately, it might be pretty late by the time I end the stream, but it's fine. And also shoutouts to the Kamata Fiera for not being as shit as the clown as the clown car. And yes, I will keep shit talking the clown car every time I have the opportunity because it deserves it. Since I'm not using the fastest car and it's still doing way better than it did on a way easier race. Like, this stupid ass wild gang piece of shit deserves all the shit talking it gets. Because you know the dynamic cars are trash and there is no doubt about that. But this one not being dynamic still manages to be shit, you know? Like, that takes some effort. And then you have the dynamic here. Well, like with these dynamic ones, obviously you can talk shit, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like they were born that way. Like, there's not much you can do about that. They were born that way. It's on their nature. But then here, which one could I use? Maybe a Bisonte? For example, this one I don't even think I use it, right? Like, I think this was one of the ones I unlocked in the previous route, and obviously I didn't use yet, so it's a shame that the color is a little bit ugly. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not... No, I mean, it is bad. Like, the car itself obviously looks good because the model is good looking, but the color... Like, this color combination is ass. I don't mind green and orange, but the problem is that this is dark green and orange. Like, it's basically a low contrast green. With an orange that is... I don't know. I mean, this track is not very good to look at the colors because of the low brightness, but... Yeah, this car will definitely look better if it wanted, but it doesn't. So the way it looks is irrelevant. Here, what I need is to win. That's the only thing that matters. Hello. Yeah, I wish that just like the PSP games it was possible to use a non-dynamic ratio, because they also look so nice. But no, doesn't seem like it's a possibility. This is not a very good position whatsoever, but here I can definitely use triple nitro. I'm gonna use it here. I don't think it's too early, right? No, it's fine. At the right time. Nice. Alright. Man, it's incredible how this strategy is basically working every single time. Like, this strategy of saving the nitro for the end when you're not on the lead, or using the nitro once every time if you are on the lead. Okay, this color... See, here you can see it better because the illumination is higher. And this color combination is ass. Like, both the green and the orange are low contrast. Like, these colors just don't go well together. I mean, thankfully this game allows you to edit the colors. But that's also, I feel like it's a weird thing. Because the only difference, well, I guess the decals are also different. Like, it's not the color itself, but also the decorations. As I was about to say, if you can modify the color in the garage, why do you even have multiple cars with different colors if you can just change it? The decorations also change, so there's that too. I'm already on the lead, nice. Already here, correct. Oh, the Russia wants some of that lead too. And if you look at the front, like at the front part of the Russia, it kind of looks like an evil face. So having that thing approach you at high speed is a little bit scary, I gotta say.
Ultimate charge detected.
They are here already.
You are currently in first place.
I am indeed.
Ultimate charge detected.
I can't remember if this is the same strategy that I used in Ridge Racer 7 to win like the hardest races. Then again, some races on that game were still unbeaten by me, so not all of them at least. Hey, don't worry. I'm gonna run that back at some point on stream. And by run that back, I mean play the whole thing. It's gonna be enough. That too early for the double nitro? No, but it's early for the drift. Oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. I almost got another nitro there, but it wasn't enough. Alright, come on. Keep going, keep going. We can do this.
The race will commence at Rave City.
Yes, Rave City.
3, 2, 1, go. You have increased your stamina. Another driver fired his nitrous.
At least these are relatively short tracks. So everything is fine.
You have increased your stamina. Another driver fired his nitrous. Contact with the left car. Very long jump confirmed.
That is a very long jump.
Contact with another car. Very long jump confirmed.
Seeing multiple car jumps like that once next to the other looks pretty cool.
Another driver fired his nitrous.
I mean, seeing car champs looks cool. Obviously, in real life, something like that won't be possible because by the time they land, they get destroyed. Cars are not meant to do that. It's not what they were built to do. They will have to have a very resistant suspension, and even then, a fall from that high is... no suspension in the world is gonna save that champ. Ridge Racer, I think that if there's something that's been a staple of the series are champs like that. Having exaggerated high jumps. Like, aside from kart racers like Mario Kart and essentially every game that it's fun, I don't think many racing games even bother with jumps like that. But I guess it depends. I remember playing a game called Asphalt, which is like a mobile game, and that game also has like car jumps with tricks in the air even. This game doesn't have tricks, that one did. I could play Asphalt on stream at some point. Promise that at least the one I played was a very mobile game. In the sense that it had all of the bullshit that mobile games have. Which is, you know, the fact that you have to use multiple currencies, you have to farm, and if I'm not mistaken, you also had a daily limit to how much you could raise. It basically was the typical shit mobile game, you know. But yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. Though Ridge Racer also has a game like that. It's called Ridge Racer Revolution, if I'm not mistaken. No, Revolution, wait. I'm stupid. Revolution is the PS1 one. No, how was the mobile one called? I can't believe I solid Revolution name like that. No, what was the mobile one? No, it was called Slipstream. I think it was called Slipstream. And, oh wow, I jumped over the sign. That's pretty funny. I think the one I'm thinking of was called Slipstream. I feel guilty for even mistakenly shit-talking Revolution, because that game is fantastic. Does not deserve being compared to a mobile game, that's for sure. No, I guess I confuse it with Tekken. There is a game called Tekken Revolution that is not mobile, but it might as well be with how shitty the free-to-play mechanics are. I mean, it's a free-to-play game, it's just done in the mobile game way, basically. Right. Here, on this race, on this track, there's not much you can do. Basically, very easy to simply lose or not having enough time to overtake. I wasn't expecting them to use this track on, you know, with fast cars like this one. This is gonna be like a 1.5 minute race pretty much. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it will be hard to win. To the point that it might take me multiple attempts, at least multiple attempts on a fast track, on a short track, but multiple attempts nonetheless. So the question is, when do I use triple? Here? After this, I think. Yeah, here. That was a bad start, but it should be fine. That's bad though. What a dipshit, because he blocked me on the corner. What an asshole. Like, if I was able to overtake him on the corner, I obviously would have won. Well, that's the second one in the expert route I don't win on the first try. It most likely gonna, well, it will be the last one because it's the last one that is on expert route, of course. But yeah, worry not.
Another drive, 5 is nice. 2 laps to go. Another drive.
2 laps to go indeed.
Ready, double practice. Contact with the level car.
Yeah, and the issue here is that all of the crashes that you do against other cars, they are pretty much a fatal mistake. Like, the amount of time that you lose doing that is the amount of time that you're probably not gonna recover. And I'm already so far, but it's what I say, those type of mistakes are super costly here. Damn it. I mean, using a triple nitros at the end could still make me win. Assuming I don't crash against the first place like last time. Damn, but the first place is already so far, what the hell? Damn, that's devious. The first place is like it's not even on the same race. Alright, come on, we need to win this one. It's the last one for today. Don't make me waste more time, come on. Don't be like that.
You increased your standing. Another drive, 5 is nice.
Crashing against any other car from behind is pretty much an instant loss. I don't know if that counts as crashing from behind. Just that when you're drifting, it's hard to tell what counts as behind or side. Well, it's kind of like the same thing, in a way. Okay, thankfully that one did not count as behind. Oh, that guy crashed from behind though. Might have been a bad idea. Damn, he moved at the last second there. It's like these assholes are getting smart. So here using a regular nitro should be able to help me. Just I didn't get that much charge there. We'll have to use double nitro instead. Yeah, that was enough. Guess you didn't need a triple nitro for that. Nice. Well, we got him. We beat Expert. So I'm out of here. But yeah, I don't know if tomorrow I will be able to beat the game. Because in terms of the amount of events, I should. There are basically 9 events remaining on the special route. And there are 17 on the master route. Like, if we're simply talking about amount of events, yes, I can definitely do it tomorrow. But if we're talking about how hard those events are, that's a different story. That's the part that could take a while. But I'm also willing tomorrow to, depending on how hard Master is, to keep going until late. Like, I wouldn't mind doing a 4-hour stream tomorrow. We will see. It all depends on the difficulty. I just hope that it's not too high. But yeah, if it's too high, it's fine. We can leave it for another day too. Well, and here I also gotta keep in mind that if the races are hard, I probably should go one by one instead of doing full routes like I've been doing today. But the idea will be doing this. You see these 9 races here, well, doing those 9 races there, and then, well, the entirety of Master, which are 12 for like 3 of each class, and then 5 for special class. And I don't know if there might be another hidden race there, but I think that might be all of them. So, with that in mind, that will be it for me for today. So, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream, possibly with the closure of this game. So, have a good one and take care.